Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic, and welcome to this edition of the Divine Feminine Oracle Show. Tonight, the Aquarius season and new moon. With me, of course, are the wonderful Julie and Sophie. You can find them at MAISONJupiter.com here on the web and also on YouTube, where they're creating even more unique content. You got to go check them out here on Maison Jupiter. Julie, Sophie, welcome back to the show. How are you guys?
Hi, I'm good. You?
Hi. Doing better with Mercury just about to go direct. I'm sure you guys are feeling it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me start by okay. Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, kind of over, but anyways, it's just a complete shit show. So I got to tell you something. So yesterday on the Beyond Mystic website, some weird, how do I say it? Combination of different updates from apps, widgets, server updates, all happen at the same time, and there's huge issues on the back end. So tech support is aware about it. They're trying to backtrace all of these weird steps, but essentially things are not talking to each other the way they're supposed to be. It has nothing to do with me. We had done nothing changes other than, of course, these monthly updates that come with the providers of the software that run behind the show. So a lot of people who are supposed to have access to PPV don't have access. People who are not supposed to have access have access. Like everything in between is happening right now still on Beyond Mystic, and we're trying to resolve it. So hopefully soon here, I'll be able to get to all the 500 emails I still have to respond here to let you know that we're back on track. Now, nothing is lost. All the accounts are there. It's just a question of all of these little updates that happen at the same time. Suddenly, they're not talking to each other. What the fuck is going on? Julie, let's start with this Mercury retrograde. It's just part of the reason I have so many gremlins on my back here today.
Yeah, well, for me too, for my my website, I have a booking app that I use for booking with Sophie and Meg, and they too decided to do a system update during this fantastic Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde on top of that. So I've been also dealing with a lot of issues, technical issues, and I feel like every time there is a Mercury retrograde, IT people decide to put on updates. So I think they're like synced with Mercury retrograde somehow. And I don't know. I guess it's part of the evolution process to do upgrades and to go through all the obstacles, but every time. So I feel you, JC. I'm with you on that.
It's one of those days where I wish I didn't even get out of bed. And I didn't sleep all night. Like I was tossing and turning, kind of knowing my body knew something was wrong in the back end. It kind of started last night after or kind of during actually the Beyond the News segment with Janine on pay-per-view. We had a few people, but it was about like a very low percentage of people who couldn't access. And then it just got progressively worse throughout the evenings as the other updates were starting to populate, I guess, through the server. So anyways, okay.
And I have to say too that when we get really close to the day where Mercury stations to go direct or stations to go retrograde, in that case tomorrow it'll go direct. Usually it's the worst. It's like the firework final. So there's a lot of fireworks. Coming up.
Yeah,
and you know it's funny.
I feel it too in the readings. So I will tell you about the energy of the week, of course, but I feel it so much, this energy of Mercury being in retrograde. Even in the consultation, people are not showing up on time, or they don't have the link, or there is a mistake on many things. And the Wi-Fi is not that good about this time of the year, when it's the end of the beginning of the retrograde. So the Wi-Fi problem, the cat is screaming all the time. She's not screaming that loud normally. So if you hear her tonight, sorry guys, it's Mercury retrograde.
And we had JC's dog yesterday too, so don't worry. It's just a beautiful mess.
It's a beautiful mess, but we're still here spending time with you guys in the beautiful community. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this live interactive show and giving us a little bit of room to vent here with all of these crazy happenings. And of course, we're still trying to produce all of this amazing content for you guys as we deal with all of this crazy stuff in the back end. Ascension Organized, Carla, thank you so much for being on. Yes, I have an amazing, beautiful pyramid tonight, of course, on point and on topic here for the show. So we'll get to that in a moment here. And guys, let me bring up the PayPal tip jar again for you guys if you have questions for Sophie or Julie later this evening. And of course, we will pick one of you lucky donators this evening for the amazing pyramid that's coming up here by Elena. Julie, do you want to set the stage a little bit here? Let me bring up the poster again here for tonight. Aquarius season here and the new moon. We kind of touched on some of these topics yesterday in the show, I believe, with Penny Kelly. This one here, guys, if you haven't seen it, Breaking the Clouds, a really, really cool show. It was Penny's birthday, so go check it out if you haven't already seen it. But I set it up here a little bit for today here. What's the big takeaway here from Aquarius season? What do we need to know? Because we all need a little bit of light here at the end of the tunnel of both of you. Go ahead.
Well, I'm sure, guys, you're going to be very happy to hear this. I feel like this new moon in Aquarius that we're going to have on January 21st is about to be this rocket launch that we've been praying and hoping for. So if you felt like things were sort of stagnating in your life, you felt blockages, you felt obstacles, it didn't go as quickly as you wanted it to go, I feel like this new moon in Aquarius will start in a very fast way everything that you've been waiting for. And why? There's a couple of reasons why, but first of all, there's going to be a period of a few months starting very close to this new moon. So this new moon is on January 21st, and the very next day on the 22nd, Uranus is also moving direct. So by January 22nd, all planets in the sky will be moving direct. So that doesn't happen very often. Usually we have at least one or two of the outside planets moving retrograde. But now, as very close to this new moon, all planets will start moving direct until, I believe, until April. I wrote it in my notes. So until April, everything will go very fast, and you'll feel like if you need to push something forward, if you need to start something, if you've been waiting for answers, results, everything I feel will be happening in this period of time until April. So I feel like everything will be very fast-paced. And also Aquarius is the sign that's very future-oriented. So it's a very, very potent time to start new things, to take actions in order to, let's say, start building for the future. If you have some, let's say, projects, dreams, this is all themes ruled by Aquarius. This is going to be a very important time to at least plant the seeds, because new moon always start a new cycle. So we're always planting new seeds. And this new moon is happening at 1 degree of Aquarius. This is a very special degree. 1 degree is an Aries degree, so it's a powerful new start. So both the new moon energy and the Aries energy are very good at starting new things, taking action into a new direction. And also because this new moon, so sun and moon are going to be at the same degree, they're going to be very close to Pluto. So as you may know, this very important and interesting planet Pluto is a death and rebirth type of energy. So because this new moon is so close to this Pluto energy, Plutonian energy, we have this big transformational energy hitting one house in your own birth chart. So in one area of your life, you're going to start something new, and you're going to be cutting from the past. So you're going to start something totally new, and that's going to be this sort of death and rebirth energy where you're going to give birth to something that's totally different from the past.
If I can add something to it, I think it's really, really powerful at what you're saying right now, because we have been for the last month and a half in a huge collective purge. I know we didn't have any shows, but I just wanted to say that we have been releasing so much of the old. And for that, we have been experiencing a lot of release, mental, emotional patterns, belief, and to know that the new energy is coming in. This is really, really good to know. So I love that link that you're bringing with the Aries degree. This is beautiful.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
interesting.
good point.
Sophie, while I have you on, also, I'm just showing your on the screen here your Beyond Tarot weekly forecast you produced yesterday for Monday. Explain to the audience members who have not seen these new smaller segments, bite-sized segments now that we're doing on a weekly forecast basis. What can they expect here if they tune in with you every Monday at noon?
This is a show every Monday. I don't know why I say morning day. I think we're going to lose someone on Monday soon. I don't know why. Okay, so this is on Monday, and it's at noon, and it's going to be weekly. It's the main energy that we collectively we are going through, and it's for the week ahead. So every time that when I do it, it's for the money that it's in until the next Monday. It's the main energy that we're going to have and how to navigate those energy. Knowing what is to come, we can prepare and also maybe adjust, because we are in an energy that is fast reacting, maybe some anger, maybe some miscommunication. So it's good to know, to get prepared and to have just 2 steps ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And on top of that, a lot of people are always emailing Julie here to get access to the new priority bookings when you put them online. I explain to the audience members now how the best way is to get notification here of the opening slots here for your priority bookings.
So what we did is that on those show, I will announce the new place that I just opened for the priority booking. So the priority bookings are 30 minutes, and it's no waiting. So normally it's in the same week. Normally it goes with the next place available. I cannot add a lot of them because I really prioritize the 1 hour, and I prioritize also my time with the good balance between work and my private life. But sometimes I make those space for emergencies or people that doesn't want to wait. So on those Monday show, not Monday, on those Monday show, I tell you when the next one will be open, and that's when you really have to act fast because there's little space. There's a few.
And speaking of that, are there any places left for the priority? I know you announced them yesterday. Is there anything else people can look at right now if they wanted to grab one of those on MaisonJeanClaude.com? Do you know?
The last time that I looked, there was one left. I think it's on Wednesday, but it's because we had a bug with the system because of Mercury retrograde. So it's only because of this. So yes, right now, if you were to go on MaisonJupiter.com, you would see one place available.
I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. I trust me, I feel your pain, because for all of you who are frustrated for the weird shit that's happening on your account on BeyondMystic, I'm just as frustrated trying to fix it and get back to producing all of this amazing content. So yes, system failure is still in action now. Julie, explain to the audience members here too, before we go too far, why we've decided to, both here on Maison Jupiter's YouTube channel, you're creating new unique content there as well, but also here on BeyondMystic, why we're doing even more smaller capsules on top of doing the bigger shows that we do. Why are we making that change here for 2023?
Well, there's a lot of information from left and right. I feel like we're being drawn to, and we're starting to create some more, let's say, shorter videos, more focused on, let's say, helping you go through the week with the energy. So we're planning on adding some more content, but also shorter type of content with a lot more creators. So we're trying to diversify as much as we can with a lot of people. And also on my channel, on Maison Jupiter, we started, well, we're going to start tomorrow with the beautiful Meg here, our very new Astro Decode. So we're going to dive a bit deeper into 2023 predictions regarding astrology. So we have both more like deep dives like this show, but also shorter shows like Sophie on Mondays. And also we've got a new one with Meg with the energies of the week, which is a shorter version of the astrology and the energies to, let's say, get more in the flow with the energy and try as best as we can to navigate those energies with the big changes coming too, with a lot of astrological transits that we're going to have starting in March. It's going to be a lot of changing and a lot of changes.
Well, like Meg said on our last show, she said January and February were probably the last 2 months of normalcy. I'm like, what? So apparently it's going to be really wild coming into March. So if you want to have a bigger understanding of those transits, please tune in again tomorrow for the next weekly Astro with Meg. That's going to be at noon Eastern time. And on top of that, Julie, we're adding one more to the queue here. It's all confirmed. We've got the logo and look and feel going around here. Let me see if I can bring it up for you here. And it's the amazing Loretta. We're so excited to bring her also here for a Beyond Reality weekly Oracle show. Explain that to the audience.
Well, so we have Tarot with Sophie. That's a weekly episode on BeyondMystic. We have Astrology with Meg with the weekly episode. And now we're adding more Oracle woo-woo stuff with Loretta. So she's going to be guiding us into the energies of the week, the way she sees it, which is going to be different from Sophie's point of view and Meg's point of view. So I feel like with all those divine feminine oracles, we're probably going to get the full picture of what's going on in the world.
I love it.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Well, I mean, with the trifecta of those divine feminine, I'm sure we're going to have a much better understanding here of our reality moving forward. And I'm really, really happy to have all of these amazing people on the show for you guys, creating all of this content in a very timely and succinct manner. I know everybody's busy, and I know that we are, as Julie's saying, bombarded with a lot of information, and it's going to get rapid, more faster and crazier even as we move forward. So this is why these shows, I think, are going to be there to kind of anchor you maybe on a daily basis here as we move forward with all of these new production shows, including this one, which is very different than the three Oracle show, if you want to call them that. This one has a different look and feel and a very specific mission. Let me bring that up here. Julie, explain this new weekly show also.
So this is going to be a very one-of-a-kind event. We're doing those lives. This is going to start on February 1st. This is going to be the very first one. We're doing those shows on every full moon, so every month. So this is going to be a full moon singing bowl meditation with Elena. So she has a very soothing voice, very peaceful, loving energy to her voice. And Jane is also going to be here live during this these activations, doing a tarot reading segment. So we're trying to get everybody, as much people as we can, together live and to set intentions so we can use this energy, collective energy, to really create this future together and raise our vibration together.
I'm so excited for this monthly, weekly meditation and singing bowl meditation here with Elena. So excited that I've now given her a time slot also for a weekly meditation. In it, we're going to do clearing ceremony for the week, and we're going to probably put that on a Friday, I believe, afternoon. So once you're done with all your hectic, crazy week, you can tune in to Elena here for a clearing, setting the intentions for your weekend to rejuvenate, and having maybe a 10-minute singing bowl sound bath meditation. All of that through the loving and guiding energy of Elena here just before your weekends on a weekly basis. So that's
I need that. I need that right now.
I need that too.
We do.
When are we starting?
And so, guys, we kind of tailor the content based on what we need, because we know it's a crazy shit show out there, and we're just like you. We're going through all of this at the same time as you. And so anyways, I'm really excited for all that, guys. Please share the love here with all of these new content creators. Encourage them to continue producing these beautiful segments by giving them positive feedback here in the comment sections. We really appreciate that. And of course, stay tuned here throughout the week. We have a couple more of those also coming up in the works. So we are hard at work. And all of this, of course, is because of the amazing staff retreat we had over the weekend with Sophie, Julie, and everybody else, Janine included, here on how to level up, so to speak, here for 2023. So going back to the astrology, Julie, and what Sophie was trying to reinforce there, this Aries energy that's coming up here too, we're being called to level up also, to get into this warrior stance, to get into this sovereignty here. As we're seeing the old structures crumble, we kind of need to, en français, prendre le flambeau, to take up the flame here and create for ourselves the future that we want. Expand on that a little bit here. We can look at some other astrology, and then we'll see if there's any questions from the audience members from either the astrology or tarot point of view here with Sophie as well. Go ahead.
Well, right now we're having the start of Jupiter transiting the sign of Aries. So that's going to be for a few months until, if I'm not mistaken, May. I'll have to check my notes for that. But for a few months, we'll have Jupiter go through the sign of Aries. Jupiter is a very important planet to check with the transits, because it's going to tell you where you want to invest your energy and where is it going to pay off. So Jupiter, planet of investment, of abundance, right now in the sign of Aries. So it's really pushing us to start new thing, which is Aries, become more self-reliant, more entrepreneur driven. Is that what
entrepreneurial? Yeah, sure. That's good
yes, I always mess up this word, so I needed your help.
We are.
Go
I was
ahead.
going to say we are mourning on Monday the entrepreneurs, but
yeah. Oh my god, I'm such a mess too. Okay, glad to know I'm not alone.
What are you guys smoking tonight? Absolutely nothing. We're just busy with all this craziness. Okay, let me just bring up a slide to support you here in what you're saying too. These nodal axis in Aries, you had July 23rd here as to what you were saying. So
yeah,
I touched on it yesterday, but keep expanding on this. I think it's important for the audience members to learn this.
Yeah, totally. So first part of the year, we're having Jupiter transiting the sign of Aries. So pushing us to start new things, to have the courage. This is another Aries theme. Courage to go outside your comfort zone and start new things, start new projects. Have the confidence to believe in your own project, push it further, start new things. So it's not necessarily an energy to stabilize something. That's going to be more Jupiter and Taurus. So next, the second part of the year, I'd say. But first part is to plant the seeds, take action. So no matter if you're not sure where your project is going, is it going to be successful? Do you have a really detailed plan? It doesn't matter. Jupiter in Aries says, take the first actions towards your projects. Be more self-sufficient, be more anchored. Aries is also your root chakra. So starting new things, be like the Emperor tarot card. So start new things, anchor your projects into reality. So I feel like this is a very important phase. And then second part, I was going to the slide now. Sorry,
okay, I was setting up the next segment. Okay, let me go back. There you go. Okay.
I'm
the wrong one. Hold on, this is the wrong one. Okay, this one. There you go.
No. The one you. Yeah. Okay, got it.
This one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm slowly getting there, JC, but I will promise. So second part of the year, starting in July, we're also gonna have the nodes. So the North Node will be transiting Aries for a year and a half. So that's going to be a more permanent transit of Aries. So emphasizing even more this Aries archetype. So everybody will have to embody even more of the higher frequency Aries energy. That's going to be very important for all of our evolution, personal and collective. So what's the Aries archetype? Again, being more individualized. Have the courage to separate from the herd, even if other people have different expectations of how you should live your life, how you should, what's the word I'm looking for? Comply. Yeah. Comply to the rules. We all know how it was in the past years. So that's more the Libra, but we're going away from this Libra energy because the South Node will then be in the sign of Libra. So the lower Libra energy, lower frequency, which can be people pleasing, saying yes to things you don't believe in because you just want to please others, because you want to feel you're part of a group. So that's going to be pushed away because it's important that you individualize as much as you can. So again, become an entrepreneur, also develop a survival skill set, because Aries is a lot about survival, but I believe there's a higher frequency also to being a survivor or developing your survival skill set. So I think there's the right way of doing it, and also not be afraid to fight for what you believe in. Because I feel this is also going to be an important theme moving forward, becoming this freedom fighter. So with all this Aries energy, we're all being called, I feel, to be this warrior for what we believe in.
Yeah.
Let me bring up to that also what was interesting to me as we're talking about Aries here in this new axis. Taking control of your success is one of the themes you talked about there. And I wanted to know how intuition is a big part of that. For a lot of people, as you said, they're part of the herd. They're not using their intuition. They're letting the whole system kind of tell them and guide them where to go. Whereas here, we really have to take the reins back and that control. And I thought this was really a good segment to bring in Sophie here, because this new product, again, as we're all trying to up level here, this is an interactive show, the Pick a Card, that enables people to start using and developing that intuition, which then could lead them into taking more control into the success of their own lives. Explain how this new Pick a Card concept works here on Thursdays, Sophie, for the audience members.
Yes, I love how you presented it, because it's really how I see it. It's really a tool to develop your intuition. And if you never use your intuition, like let's say with card, let's say with a pendulum or anything before, this is something that I'm going to guide you step by step. In this first video that I did last week, I explained what was a Pick a Card, how it works. And I explained also many different ways of selecting the right a message for you. So I split the Pick a Card in 3 groups, so you get a more personal reading. It adds up beautifully with the reading on the Monday, because this is just an extra message that you get from your intuition, from your spirit guides, and it's just adding an extra layer to where you are personally in your life, what you need to hear. So for some people, you're going to select the right pal, the right group by the colors, the numbers. You're going to feel something with visual or just feelings. And this is going to put you in a place where you're going to be more and more guided to use your intuition, because simple things like this, it's a step into the unknown for many of you. And it's just a step enough that you will gain confidence in your own intuition little by little. And little things like this will add up, and you will be able to gain confidence. Maybe that's the hope, that you're going to gain confidence in messages that you receive in dreams and all day long. I cannot tell you how many times I have people in consultation that tells me, I'm afraid that I'm going crazy because I receive messages. And this is something that we all go through sometimes when we receive messages. We don't know if, am I hearing voices? Am I getting really too much in my head that I have intuition about things? Or is it really something that I should look for? And is it something that I should block or develop? Well, this is going to guide you with what is truly intuition and how to gain something from it instead of being fearful of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, really and cool. If I can add to that, personally, I pull cards for myself if I have questions, if I want to get guidance for myself. And even me, sometimes I'm like I'm not sure if I trust the cards I'm getting for myself, because I'm like, of course I have an idea of what I want to accomplish. So if something says different, I'm like, so I call my sister usually, but also what I do.
I do the same.
But also what I like to do is doing Pick a Cards like the one you just did on the Maison Jupiter channel, because then it's crazy. I get almost the same messages with your Pick a Card than the one I did for myself. So it's a great confirmation, a great validation. If you're pulling oracle cards or tarot cards for yourself, you'll see often the same cards coming up. So for sure, you guys have a very strong message for you when it comes up more than once.
Yeah. On this picture, if you can show it once more.
Yeah.
You can see that I have the Orgonite Aries. I didn't name it in the show, so I just want to take a second to name it, because it's a beautiful Orgonite, and I receive it as a gift from GC. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And this is a candle from Elena. This is the candle romance that is now called Love, and it smells like heaven. So yes, I just wanted to take a second to name those things.
Oh, really cool. Somebody was saying also they were taking the past life course from Sophie on the Academy. I just had the, where was it? I think it's this one here. Taking Sophie's past life course. Let's talk about that quickly also. I know we have in the past, but for people who are trying to maybe get better at using their own intuition to develop it and find their own mission in this life, knowing your past lives and where your south nodes are compared to where your north node is really important. Explain that quickly also for the audience members, how much benefit there is really from doing this past life course with you here, workshop on the Beyond Mystic Academy.
Sure. So first of all, my style of teaching is really about how can I give you everything that you need to do it yourself. So I'm not one that, even in my tarot readings, I'm not one that tells you, come back to me like every week if you need to. I'm trying to empower you. So this is what I did in the course, giving you every tool that there is that I know of about past life. And trust me, I know a lot about them. So I give you the tools about meditation, astrology, and feng shui, and many other tools like this. It serves you in a way that many of us, without if you don't research past life, basically we have this image in our mind that we're going back in the time and we're losing the focus on our life, what we're trying to build in the future. It's not really right, because sometimes we have things in our life, good things and bad things, that we cannot fully understand. So let's talk about the bad things. If we have phobias, or we have chronic pain, or we have patterns, sometimes we don't have the reason, logical reason here in this life to understand where does it take roots and how to go back to release them so I can move forward. New patterns, getting rid of the pain, things like that. Past life will do it for you. If you have also gift like reading the cards or intuition that you would like to gain even better in this life, you can go with your past life, see if you have some skills that you want to bring back with you. It brings also, if you want to be more brave, if you want to be a better teacher, better parent, you can go with past life that you were really good in those things and bring those things back to you.
Really cool. Guys, check it out. That's BeyondMystic.Academy. And Julie, while we're there too, a lot of people are still emailing us about the psychic workshop that we kind of missed here in December while the holiday craziness. When is that back up on the schedule here for the audience members? Did we choose a date for that already?
No. I think
that's how we did today. No.
We had a very long meeting. We had a very long meeting, but no date for that yet. I think it's going to be in
I know it's in February. I think it's the first or second week of February. Does that make sense? It's not January for sure.
Well, we didn't pick a date, but it's going to be in February.
I thought we picked the first Wednesday or the second Wednesday of February. It's in my notes. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. We said... Okay.
Maybe I'm going crazy, JC. Who knows?
I feel like you should have like the sweat just around.
Oh, you're right. You're right. We said maybe February 8th.
Yes. Okay, that's what it was. All right. Okay. Yes, Mercury retrograde, crazy day. I know that was a 4-hour production meeting we had today, so there's a lot in there. So all you guys, you think sometimes that it's easy to be out here. There's a lot of work that happens behind the scene for us to be able to do all of these amazing shows and content production for you guys. Hey, we're already at the 33-minute mark. Let me bring up tonight's beautiful pyramid here, the giveaway for you, the amazing audience here at Beyond Mystic. This is, of course, from Carla, and this is the astrology series for Aquarius. Let's see what Carla has to say about this pyramid up for grabs tonight.
Hey, everybody, this is Carla from Ascension Organites again, and today I have another piece of the astrology series. This is Aquarius. So one of the colors that best suit Aquarius is light blue. So I also used amethyst, aquamarine, and hematite crystals with aluminum metals and the flower of life and silver. So Aquarius is known to be very intellectual, very honest, very talented and visionary. So aquamarine is great for them because it works for cleansing, meditation, serenity, peace, inner power, soothing and calming. Hematite is great for focus, concentration, willpower, courage, and reliability. I'll give it a quick turnaround so you can see it. And there's Aquarius. Hope you guys like it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. And guys, if you're looking at getting one of these amazing pyramids in your own possession, you can do so here at ascensionorganites.com. And if you use the coupon code BeyondMystic, you'll get an extra 10% off there. And of course, if you want to win that pyramid here tonight, let me see if I can bring up the PayPal tip jar again for you guys. And a big thank you to all of you supporting the show. And Carla will be in contact with you here very shortly, whoever the lucky winner is tonight. Speaking of pyramid winners tonight, do we have... we announced the 2 winners live on the show last night with Penny. Do we also have a candle for tonight, Julie?
We do.
We do? Okay. Which candle am I looking at?
It's going to be the calm candle, because I feel we need a lot of calm in our lives, which is the throat chakra correlating candle. So calm is... I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. So it's blue lace agate, and musk and coconut is like, I think it's my favorite of all the 7. I really love this. It feels like I'm on vacation, relaxing. I really love it. It's very soothing.
Oh, I love my calm candle. With all the craziness of today, I forgot I should have turned it on. It probably would have helped a lot.
Yeah,
yes.
Me too.
Yes, calm. We need calm. Oh my God. Okay, so guys, again, PayPal tip jar for tonight. We'll get some lucky winners here at the end of tonight's show. Actually, we'll announce the winner, so you don't have to wait for tomorrow or the next day here. We're trying to do these live here, these giveaways for you here. So we'll do that at the end of the show, and I'll check for the PayPal tip jar questions in a bit. Julie or Sophie, or Sophie, let me bring you on. We just went through a lot of the astro there. Is there anything else that's coming up in the personal readings right now you want to share with the audience members? Any advice maybe we should be getting also, in addition to what you just did in your weekly tarot report? What else can you tell the audience here tonight?
Yes, so we have to really be patient. That's a key word, okay, guys? Because right now we have roller coaster of waves of the old energy that we have been in for the month and a half. So it was really intense, but it was even. Now we're feeling it uneven, and we have like spike of those old energy coming back. So really try to not react that much. It's not going to be for a long time, even if it feels like it's been a long time already. I think that we're getting through that really soon, especially with what Julie just said with the astrology. Right now, we're just simply juggling with those energies, the old getting out and the new getting in. We're getting rid of that old energy. You have to really think about all the space that we're making for beautiful new things that comes in the next phase. But please, 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 if you react, take a deep breath, and please don't make new decisions. So Julie said that it will be a perfect timing to start new things. Right now, I think that we're still getting rid of the old. And when, what was the date that you gave, Julie, for the new things?
January 21st.
Perfect. So mark that on your calendars. It's a new chapter of our life. We're going to stop purging a lot, and we're going to let new things enter. And this is really something that we should look forward, and that's something that we should really, really, really also don't let the month and a half affect you on the new things that you want to do next, okay? It's done. It's closed chapter. Now we're moving in the new. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, and for sure tomorrow, I feel like tomorrow, Mercury moving direct, I think we're all going to feel it like a huge weight lifting off because of Mars and Mercury together. It was a hard few months. 3 weeks for Mercury, but Mars has been longer retrograde. So our primal energy has been harder to connect to. So it was hard to have energy. A lot of people have felt sick. A lot of throat chakra issues also. And now it starts moving direct, but we have to remember that Mars, while it moved, it changed direction on the 12th, it started moving direct again. It's still stationing. So it's at the very same degree. So 8 degrees still of Gemini, and Mercury will also be at 8 degrees. So that's these are Scorpio degrees. So we're purging a lot of stuff, purging a lot of fears, traumas, a lot of things coming to the surface. So let's not forget, be patient. We have to be patient with ourselves. This is what I'm trying to say here. So tomorrow I feel like,
go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just going to say tomorrow I feel like it's going to feel different already.
Yeah, you just said something that was really, really interesting, because you said that, we purge a lot. We have this, I forgot what I was going to say. You said something really, really interesting. What was the last phrase that you said?
Scorpio degree purge, revealing information coming to the surface.
That's the Mercury fog. Our brain is smush.
Yeah, but also Scorpio degree.
Scorpio degree, yeah. Okay, I forgot. Okay, I had something. I forgot. We need to just accept our mush brain and move on.
You just said smush, but I just said earlier I need to turn on my candle, and somebody caught me in the chat. You don't turn on a candle, you light it up. I'm like, I'm sorry. My brain is smushed. I love it.
And you know what, JC? I was watching a video from Gosha yesterday, and her too, she was like, oh, I'm confusing with Spanish. So I feel like if you're talking more than one language, also your brain gets confused with all the languages. So I was like, oh yes, I'm not alone.
I just remembered what I wanted to say. Yeah, so if you're feeling that you have been dealing with old things coming back, what you just said is resurfacing. That was a key word that I wanted to bring, because to get rid of those old things that maybe you didn't feel for 20 years, okay? Maybe you have old energy that was stuck in your DNA and then it resurfaced in the last month. You're not going back to them. It's just because to get rid of something, it needs to resurface. So it can be old also patterns with any kind of relationship that you didn't felt for a very long time. It doesn't mean that you're backtracking. It doesn't mean that you're going to step back. It just means that to get rid of them, it resurfaced first, and then we need to just try to act the best that we can with them. It doesn't mean also that if you didn't get rid of them fully, that you will not. The universe is asking you to do your best. And if you tried, you did this step, you tried your best. I also saw in the card this week that we're going to get the resolve done anyway. It's going to continue to purge, but the universe is also going to step in to help you if you did the steps, if you did the best that you could.
Okay, that's really great. I love that. I'm doing some multitasking here as you said that. Somebody just said, hey, Sophie is killing it on the weeklies. I totally agree. I had this other comment up here. Tammy, what happened to the show with Bruce Sees All today? Mercury retrograde. I don't fucking know what happened. So it's going to be coming up very soon. And of course, as Julie just mentioned, Gosha on her show, also going between the two languages and having smush brain during her live show. She just emailed me now. We're trying to set up a new show coming up here. And let me bring that up on the screen for you guys. You're not going to want to miss this. I absolutely love every single conversation I've had with Gosha on the show here. And I'm excited to have her back on. And with Julie and I will be interviewing her. So it's going to be a different concept than what I've done before with Cosmic Agency here on BeyondMystic. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be, let me make sure that's right here. Yes, January 23rd at 3 p.m. Eastern. Again, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited about this one. Of course, and she's just emailing as Julie was saying that. So look at all the synchronicities happening at the same time. Yeah, I love it. Okay. What else do I have? Do you want to do questions? We have quite a few already in the PayPal tip jar. Is there anything else I'm missing on the
I just wanted to finish very quickly on the new moon. If you
Sure.
Sorry, Julie.
No problem. I love this conversation. This is great. Okay. So we were talking about this big new chapter that we're all opening up in one area of our life. So find 1 degree of Aquarius in your chart and what house it falls, and you're going to know where you'll have the opportunity to start a brand new chapter. Really emphasizing that you're not going to do things as you used to do it because of Pluto in the equation. So the universe is behind us this time because all planets will be moving direct, as I said. And I feel also like Pluto is the planet that's connected to power. So whenever Pluto is in the mix, it talks about you regaining control or power over one area of your life. So over a project, over the way you exchange energy. And also, I feel it will have a direct implication with finances because Pluto is a very financial planet. And also Venus will be in conjunction with Saturn during this new moon. So it talks about a lot of people will have money on their minds, I feel. But Saturn is kind of the cheap planet in finances. So you want to make sure you budget, you are more, let's say, careful about the way you use money, but also more disciplined because you're going to make plans for the future, Aquarius. So you're going to need to structure how your finances will have to function in order for you to realize this goal or project that you want to with Aquarius. So taking control over your finances, I feel, will be a very important theme for all of us because of Pluto and Venus in the equation. And last thing I wanted to say about that, the next day on the 22nd, Uranus, the ruler of this new moon, will also turn direct. So Uranus is the planet that's associated with change. So I feel like we're going to feel a lot of changes, especially in the house that's ruled by Uranus for you in your own birth chart. So look up, if you know a little bit more about astrology, where Aquarius falls in your birth chart, or if you have your birth chart already done, and you're going to know where things will be moving more rapidly after this new moon.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of moving rapidly and the big changes, I know, Sophie, a lot of people are bringing this up in their readings with you. Change brings a lot of fear, instability, but it also brings a lot of opportunity. How do you help? How do you do it yourself, first of all? And what would you recommend the audience members to who are feeling the fear of that change, who kind of see the opportunity at the end, but still might be overwhelmed by the fear? I know we have this new workshop coming up here with Aline, and it's entitled Walking from Fear to Power, trying to resolve some of those traumas we've had maybe in the last couple of years and rebooting here into this new world. So that's coming up on the Academy. But what would you say to the audience members on how to deal with that fear of change and to really focus on those opportunities that are on the other side of that fear?
Everybody's wired differently. For me, it's very hard change because I have my moon in Taurus. I think it plays a lot in my own personal chart. Everybody's wired differently. My own tricks is that I have to really want this. I have to really want the change. If you really want something, at any moment that you panic, at any moment that you have problem with adjusting to the new life or any new change, a new job, a new partner, a new house, you have to just stop in that moment and to ask yourself, is it what I really want? And if it's really what you want, you're going to be okay because that's where you need to be in that moment to get what you want. This is one way that I really get the most out of that situation. Otherwise, a lot of visualization, when you put in your mind a change and you put yourself in your mind in happy in that change, it will help you a lot.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, very much so. And you, Julie, what would you add to that?
I think if you have a lot of mutable signs that's going to be activated in your birth chart, so Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to think very fast. If you have a lot of mutable signs activated, you'll be very it's going to feel easier for you to move through changes in life. Like myself, I have a lot of Virgo and Sagittarius stellium in my birth chart. So for me, it's easier to go through changes. And if you have those signs activated also in your birth chart, you'll feel like you adapt easily. But if you have a lot of fixed signs, so this is Taurus, this is Leo, Aquarius, and I'm missing one Scorpio. So these are the fixed signs. If you have a lot of those signs in your own birth chart, then you'll feel like it's harder because you're wired to be more stable and fixed in your energy. So these are going to feel harder. So I feel like you're going to have to find a lot of more motivation to go through those changes, like Sophie said. So you're going to have to self-motivate yourself in order to go through that and not feel like it's coming from outside of you, because you're not gonna be happy with that if it comes from outside of you. It has to come from inside of you.
That's a good point there. That whole idea of getting the external validation is also a theme here that we have to focus on as we're getting into this nodal axis in Aries, embodying that confidence without the external validation. In terms of doing that, also, you really need to focus on what it is your superpower might be and how to develop it and master it here in this age of Aquarius. There's a question on the deck now in the PayPal tip jar. I'll get to the question here, but we also did this workshop. So guys, if you haven't seen that, that goes into a lot of detail here in terms of your astrology and how to answer the exact question we're about to do here for this live questionnaire on PayPal tip jar. So if you haven't seen this workshop, please do go check it out. So Julie, Sophie, let's take a stab at this. James is asking, first of all, personally, so he's asking, do I have a unique ability or power, and how can someone better understand and control that ability if they have it? Thanks for all you do. Who wants to take a first stab at that? Do you want to go, Sophie, first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's switch gear. I will switch with a new deck. And okay, let's see. What is the first name that you said?
James wants to know if he has a unique ability and superpower he can tap in, and what he needs to do to better understand and control it here as we move into this new age. It feels very much like he's in the energy of service to others, and he wants to be the best possible version of himself here. And I really appreciate the question from James.
Yep. Okay, I don't know if your job is to be with as a support for people, because what I have is the card that says literally support right there. And we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving to calmer water, helping with swords are mental energy. So it can be words that you're giving or just energy that you're sending to that person to move ahead in their life with calmer water. So you give calm to people. And I have also the card of a rainbow. It says renewal with the Knight of Sword. Again, sword, very mental energy. You do have a gift. And I think that's just the start of it. I think that this is how you use it. I think that's a very practical answer that they're giving you. But I think that you could develop it even further away, maybe in energetic healing later on, or also talking with people like therapist kind. No need to do it a career, but I think that's your special gift.
Wow, I'm mind blown. Okay, because I picked some cards and it's exactly what Sophie said. Okay, so I have the 12th house and it says introspection. So 12th house in astrology is all about first of all, being in service to others. So exactly what Sophie said, and also being an empath. So I feel like probably your most, let's say, biggest gift that you have to offer in this lifetime is your empathy to others. And then the second cards I have was 3rd house, communication. So by being some sort of official or unofficial therapist, you're helping a lot of people because you're, well, first of all, 12th house says you're going to be in service, and that's the Kundalini chakra system. So awakening, helping awaken a lot of people. And also through communication. So the way you talk, you have soothing words for them, they feel understood. You're very empathic in your communication. So I feel like it's a lot of relationship energy that you're going to have to build.
Wow. It's interesting too, because I don't know if you guys saw one of the videos from Cliff High, maybe it was in December, I forget the title of it. He said that we're building these new communities, and there are going to be people who are going to be still standing here after we see all of the stuff dropping away, the mainstream news, and the way we're creating communities in the past is going to change very differently. Very much seems like James is going to be one of those people standing around there and people having come around here to build these new communities, and he's going to use those superpowers to that effect. I really like that. Wow,
Yeah.
Jay, you're on fire.
I love the chakra system. Yes.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Wow. Really cool. Okay, next question is from Kara, and this kind of goes to some of the work you're doing, Julie. I want to bring up the movie and joke about it, but I hear dead peoples. Okay, Kara's asking. Let me see if I can bring this up. Hold on. There you go. Sophie, who is the ghost in my basement?
Like, you want the name and the date of birth and everything?
Why not?
Who's the ghost? What's the relationship, and perhaps what's the message would be the right question here. Why is this ghost haunting?
I don't know what kind of detail I will have, but let me just step into that energy. So I think that today I will keep my deck about spirit messages, because that seems to be the right deck today.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, my share just moved. So I was pushed. So I'm connecting to that ghost and my share just moved. Okay, that's very, very interesting.
They want to talk.
I'm sorry?
They want to talk.
They want to talk, but I'm not sure it's good.
Okay.
So we have the 666 and we have 444. 444 is you're protected by the universe. 666 is not a good number that we know of. Some say yes, some say no. I would say that from the energy that I just picked up from that person, I would advise you to purge the house. I would advise you to just get a better sense of what you can do to protect yourself in that house. But the universe has your back. The universe is protecting you. Yeah. On top of the card of 444, we have the card of the Hierophant, which in this, when it's well aspected, it's the card of the protection. So you'd have nothing to be scared of. In fact, this is just somebody that would like to pass over, but it is an intelligent being. It's not a residual energy. So we do have to purge the house. And you do have to help this person moving directly or indirectly. You don't need to go into that if you don't want to or if you don't know how. But when I say protection around the house, you can use sage, Palo Santo, or you can use also symbols of sacred geometry over in your house to also just raise. I don't know, to have higher vibration. Thank you. In the house. I also like to, this is my, you don't need to do it exactly if you don't want to. This is Saint Michael. I use it for protection over the bad vibes. So this is something that I would like to, for you to do pretty quickly, especially if you're not sleeping well, especially if you're being sick.
Wow.
I don't have the name of that person, but I don't think we need it.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that one. That's really cool. Okay, Sophie, Julie, we have a question here. Let's bring up the astrological wheel. Libra Sun and Scorpio Rising. So Libra Sun, Scorpio Rising. This is from Shannon. She says, I really enjoy your shows. Just a general read, no actual questions for her. So let's look at this particular month, maybe the important transits here. What can you give in terms of guidance for Shannon? Libra Sun, Scorpio Rising.
Okay. So, so it means if you're a Scorpio rising and the Libra sun, it means also you're very spiritual, very empathic, because your sun is in your 12th house. So a bit like the reading, I think it was for James, if I'm not mistaken, a bit of the same energy with the 12th house that's being activated in your life. And the new moon that we're going to have in Aquarius for you is going to be a major one, because it hits one of the crucial points in astrology, which is the IC. So your values, your foundation in life. So this is going to be a really good time to start something new, either at home or regarding your family. Also, it could be changing your set of values, because 4th house is your values, your foundation in life. And because of Pluto there, that's very close to this new moon, as you can see, you're going to have to let go of some old values that have been given to you by your family without maybe you being conscious about it. So you're going to have to drop something in order for you to go towards your future, because Aquarius is there. It might have to do also with money. So I'm feeling something. Yeah, Sophie's saying yes.
I will explain it after.
Okay, good. So I'm feeling something that's been given to you by your family, maybe like, money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work hard all your life and not have any day off, something like that. Or, you're never going to be rich, you're never going to be wealthy in your life. You know what I mean? So those have to be let go of, because you're going to start something new. Start building a new approach towards a lot of things, but finances, because of Pluto and Venus in your 4th house.
Wow. Sophie, you wanted to add to that?
Yeah. Can you put the natal chart, please, back on the? Yeah. Thank you. You're so good, Julie, because what I see is exactly the same in that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but his 4th house is in Aquarius. So when we go to the ruler of Aquarius, it would be in the Taurus house, 14 degree, which is also Taurus. So we have something that has to do with money and money. So do you see like a new business?
It could be, yeah. It could be a new project, a new business from home. It could be a new partnership. Yeah. That could be an idea.
Yeah, I think it's really good, really interesting.
Really cool. Okay, now's about the time to give away our pyramid and our candle. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Before we do that, let's go to a commercial break. No, I'm just kidding. With you guys. First of all, Yves Langlois. Okay. That guy's like, okay, arrête de me donner de l'argent. You're super cool. I love you, man, but you just give too much. He's always giving. And he didn't even ask the question. Merci beaucoup, Yves. T'es super. T'es mon meilleur. Merci. Okay, so let's do Jamie Rawls for the candle. So Jamie Rawls. Let me see if I can get the... I'm just going to copy and paste the email to you in the direct chat, Julie. Yeah, so... yeah, so let me bring that. So congratulations to Jamie. So you're the winner of the candle. Okay, so Julie, I just sent you that. And now let me just scroll down and pick the one here for the pyramid for tonight. Hold on. See if I can get Maria Quintero. Quintero? I think that's the name. Yeah. So let me bring that one up and I'll send the email right away here. Moms with 2 monkeys. That's a cool email. Okay, Moms with 2 monkeys. That one going to Carla for tonight's pyramid. There you go. For tonight's pyramid. While I do that, guys, Julie, anything else here moving forward? We have quite a few things here coming up, new creations here on BeyondMystic and also on Maison Jupiter. But in terms of the weird energies, anything else that you forgot to mention maybe in the slides that might help people here navigate here in the next couple of days and weeks? What would you share?
Well, if you want to put the slide for Aquarius season, I'm going to talk briefly about the month that's ahead, because as of January 20th, we're stepping into Aquarius season. So meaning the sun will transit the constellation of Aquarius based on tropical astrology. So that's going to be this one. Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So I think that's important, because as we're relearning how to navigate the energies and connect with the earth and the stars, we're also learning that our calendar should be the astrological one, in my opinion. So how to deal with this Aquarius season, I feel it's a very important topic, because for a whole month, we'll be diving into this Aquarius energy. So if you attune to that energy, you'll feel like things are going to be a lot easier in your life. So if you have something to start that's, let's say, more Aquarian in nature, so that's technology, that's community, friends, social gatherings, making big projects, making a vision board, that's all Aquarian projects you can really start in Aquarius season. So it starts with a bang, as I said in the first line, because of this conjunction with Pluto. So we're moving away from old ways. Aquarius is very future oriented. So we're making plans during Aquarius season, taking action with all this Aries energy too, that are in line with our future plans. We'll be very much future oriented. Like our meeting today, JC, we planned a lot of things for the few months ahead. So I think a lot of people are going to be planning for the months and the years ahead. Also, updating the technology you use now that we're almost out of the retrograde seasons for Mercury. So maybe you need to train for a new technology. You need to prepare to include new technology in your life. Maybe you want to learn about cryptos. So Aquarius season is the right season to do that, to really upgrade yourself and be ready to use new technology. Also, another theme for Aquarius season is the importance of community and friendships. So online communities like this one is really great for Aquarius season. Also, if you can meet face-to-face, I know Meg talked a lot about that in your Manifest Destiny episode, and I thought it was so relevant. If you're able to see people face-to-face, you're going to feel like it's a very important part of your spiritual evolution, to feel supported, to feel like you can talk with like-minded people, whether online or in face-to-face, of course. You'll feel also the need to exchange ideas with like-minded people. So it's very important to connect during Aquarius season with people that you feel you're on the same wavelength. This finding your tribe theme, also meeting with friends, I said earlier. And at the end of the month, so end of January, beginning of February, there's going to be a big crossroad energy because the sun is going to be squaring the nodes, and Uranus also. So it's going to be a choice point, expect the unexpected type of energy. So leading up to that, I feel like we're going to need to connect even more with this community online, with the chat. So by the way, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for commenting in the chat. We try to read your comments and we love it. So I feel like what we're having right now, is going to be a very important part of the month ahead.
I love it. And I just want to fix a little problem here again that arose with the Mercury retrograde. You just mentioned, Meg, in our last show, the Manifest Destiny, how it's important to be one-on-one, close to each other, have that human contact again, even though in the last couple of years we've been separated by the machinations here of this particular matrix, how important that is. I have a specific question for Sophie on that. But before I do that, I wanted to bring your attention to the next episode of the Manifest Destiny. And no, it is not January 36th. It's actually January 26th. So thank you, all of you, for reminding me.
You made a lot of boo-boos recently.
A lot of boo-boos with Mercury retrograde. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And of course, I'm talking to Meg later on tonight. There will be recording the show that will be produced live for you guys tomorrow. At noon Eastern for the weekly Astro with Meg. So going back to that idea of having to connect, smush brain, yes, somebody says blame it on the smush brain. Yes. Sophie, going back to this idea of reconnecting with people, in many cases right now, the way we're going through the transitions that we're going and the energies from these transits, that also means that in order to be able to connect with the like-minded people, you might have to disconnect from those who are no longer like-minded or no longer resonating at your frequency. And for a lot of people, that's still a challenge right now. They feel guilt out of all of that. Explain to the audience members how important it is to make room at the dinner table here for these new guests to come on in, which are in tune with you in this new frequency of creating this new earth that we want here moving forward.
Yes, it's a hard topic because feeling alone, feeling loneliness, it's never easy, and this has been a tough few years. And but you really need to focus, scanning your body, mind, and soul, and just you really need to go in and to check when you meet those people. Do you have a good feeling? Do you feel drained after, or do you get something from it? Because yes, we can be afraid of letting go of old people, connection, or old things in our life. It can be a place, it can be a person, it can be a group, it can be anything. But when we hold on the Four of Pentacles, for those who are listening with tarot readers, Four of Pentacles, trying to hold on too tightly to something that is not meant for us, we also refuse what is really meant for us, that wants to come into our life. And this is hard to get, but right now with the energy of the purge, the universe is saying it's made easier for you. If you miss the boat on this, you will have other opportunity, but it will delay the tribe from coming into your life. It will delay the good things from stepping into your life. And by the way, we met the tribe. We met some of you in person. That was really good. So for those of you who joined us, thank you so much. It was really wonderful.
I don't have the poster, but I have the poster of the night before. But yes, it was great meeting all of you guys in Ottawa. It was absolutely fun, and fun to do a show live, sitting together for the first time was really, really cool. Holly says, I think JC enjoys the Mercury retrograde. He has something to blame for all the hiccups. Yes.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was the retrograde.
Exactly. But tomorrow, JC, you won't be able to blame on Mercury anymore.
Okay, so I have to do all my fuck ups tonight, so I have an excuse. And then tomorrow I have to have a clean slate. Okay, I get it. JC, the Peru trips sounds perfect for our community. Yeah, that'd be cool too. Janine, Julie, Sophie, and I were talking about that this year. If we want to do a retreat, of course, if the legalities of all of that are conducive to us doing a trip out of country, we shall see. But there's always Canada. There's a lot of cool things we can do here in Canada, so that's coming up. Julie, just last words here before we go on this idea of maybe having to do some cord cutting here to let some other people in. Anything? Do you want to pull an oracle card? Do you just want to share personally here how to use that energy? Because again, I get this all the time. For a lot of people, there's a lot of guilt attached to all of that. Even though deep down they know those people are no longer right for them, they still have guilt, and that's not the right energy moving forward to be harboring as we're going through all this.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I have the Lemuria is Rising card. So returning to our origin, heaven on earth. So with this card, I feel a lot of unity, even though we feel like sometimes we're in different frequencies in different places. I feel like, you know, when we did the show last night with Penny Kelly, she said something that really resonated with me. She said that all of us that are watching right now, we're all like pillars of light, nodes, she said, on a map. And the goal is, yes, to feel supported by each other in this community, but it's not to discard the rest of the people necessarily. It's to gather the people around us and maybe lead to by our actions and our thought, creating this new world and this new earth. So I feel like there is a lot more unity in what we're going to experience than maybe division.
Let's hope so.
That's how I feel for now.
Wow. Okay. I love that. And while you were talking, I was able to find one of the pictures here of the lovely group in Ottawa. You can see me all the way in the back there supporting Janine. She was standing on the chair to be heard here during her farewell speech. All of these amazing people. So that was really, really cool. All right, guys. I think that's it for tonight. Congratulations again to both winners, both Julie and Carla. Will stay in touch with you here in the next couple of hours or so to get your mailing address, to give you that pyramid and also that beautiful candle. In the meantime, of course, you can support the lovely Julie and Sophie here at Maison Jupiter, where you can get a reading for Sophie and also get some more candles for you guys. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic. I love you and have a great evening, everyone. We'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Thanks, everybody.